Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about Hayward cartridge filters, how to take them apart, and how to clean the filters. So here we have our filter. To get it apart, all we're going to need is a 3/4 inch wrench. Everything is held together with this band, so it's just holding this top plate to the base. So it's held together with a nut and a screw that goes through right here. We're going to loosen that off with our wrench. Once you give it one turn, you should be able to just spin it with your finger. So now we have the screw and the nut out, and we can remove the band. And now we can remove our top. So now we have our filter apart. We can remove this top manifold, just pull it off. And now the filters can come right out. So now that we have our filters out, we can get our hose. And all you're going to do is spray from top to bottom of the filter, and then you just keep spinning. This is just to remove all of the surface dirt. You're not going to remove any chemical buildup on the filters doing this. Okay, so now we've cleaned our filters off. We're ready to put them back in, but there's a couple things we need to clean up before we put the filters back. So this O-ring is what's going to seal the two parts of the filter together. And for this, you're going to take your rag and you're going to wipe this entire lip and make sure there's no dirt or debris on it. And then you're going to wipe your entire O-ring off. And then after this O-ring is off, or wiped off, you're going to take your lube, evenly cover the O-ring. We use a silicone-based lube, and then put it back onto the lip here. And then you have a plug in the bottom. You're going to take this out, drain the filter out, spray it out with the hose, because there's still going to be a lot of dirt sitting in the bottom there, and we don't want that going back into the pool or recollecting into the filters. So once we have that drained out and rinsed out, there's an O-ring on this plug. We're going to put some lube on the O-ring. We're going to wipe out the threading here, and we're going to put the plug back in. So now we are actually ready to put our filters back into the filter. So now, before we put our filters back in, there is a mounting plate in the bottom that sits on a lip. You have to make sure all of these sides are sitting on this lip, or the filters aren't going to sit right. So we have our mounting plate sitting on the lip, and now we're going to put our filters back in. And then you're going to take your top manifold, and you're going to make sure you're putting it on with the end on this pipe, because this is what's going to filter the pool. Now we can put the lid back on. Make sure you're pointing your pressure gauge towards somewhere you'll be able to see it, and this air bleed away from any electrical outlets so you don't spray water on them when you're bleeding the air when you start the pool. And then we can put our ring on. Again, make sure you're putting this ring in a place where you're going to be able to take the screw off easily. So now we can put our screw back through. Lock it on with the nut. And then you're going to pinch here on the band and just hit the ring with your palm. This will tighten it up. Once it's hand tight, you're going to take your wrench and you're going to tighten it until this threading comes through the end of the screw, and then you're ready to start your pool back up.